everyone. Very good evening, good morning. Hope you all are doing good. Thank you, Pratap, for giving me this opportunity to share knowledge on XPath and selectors and help everyone. In today's topic session, we will learn about what all things we need to learn. Need to know about XPath and selectors to be a master, to be an expert in XPath and CSS selectors and the locators strategy in web UI automation. I hope, as you all know, that selectors and XPaths are very important in web automation. This is something like you can say almost 70 to 80% weightage it has in web automation. Right. So I believe like selectors are like a tires of car. If your tires are not good, your car won't run for long. Similarly, if your locators, if your XPaths are not good in your automation script, then your script will not execute for long. Maybe like in first time it will execute for some time, but then it will break as soon as your, if there any change or something happens in your web UI. Right. So how we can write the robust selectors? So we should always write the unique and the best selectors. For an example, like today, how do we write the selectors? We open, like if you are not using any tool, so how do we write those selectors today? We open website, we do like right click somewhere, and let's say like for this element, if we have to write, we will right click on inspect, and there here we start typing. Just let me know if you can see my screen and if it is, everything is visible. Like here for this element, we start typing like this /a, and as soon as you see that when we type it, this DOM used to scroll up and down, and then we again have to inspect this element, copy this value, and here we will write like text is equal to this, and you see that it is showing 0 0. Then we will be deleting this junk space from here. Still it is 0 0. Then we will have to type something like contains, some other functions, and then we will be looking how can we write the like correct XPath. Okay, so this is 1 of 5. It's not, we couldn't write this unique XPath after wasting this much time. So this is something what we are doing is like writing code in Notepad. You see that this is Smart IntelliJ. Here, if we write something on Smart IntelliJ, like if we have to write, how fast we can write, and we need not to like keep remember all the functions because it is really tough in this word. So this is fast how we can write, but if same thing you have to write in Notepad like this, so everything you will have to type and so much waste of time. Like imagine if you have to write a complete class function in Notepad, how much time it will take. Or if same thing you do it in Smart IntelliJ, how that fast you can write. So similarly, like here we are writing our selectors in Notepad. So can we write, can we get something which can auto suggest the attribute values, so we will not have to copy from here and all? So yes. And then there are like lot many functions in XPath. Like one method is tag name, /tag name @attribute name is equal to attribute value. Then another is this tag name contains text is equal to contains text is equal to following siblings, preceding, and or function, index, position, normalized space. Likewise, there are n number of functions in XPath. So do you guys know, can you guys or anyone can remember all those functions? No, it's really hard and tough. And for beginners, it is like we can't even imagine like writing, remembering all these functions and what all functions possible for an element, which is for an element which we have inspected over here. So how to do that? And then we have same thing for CSS selectors as well. Like in CSS selectors, there are so many methods to write in CSS selector, like hashtag ID, if ID is there, dot class, tag name attribute is equal to attribute name. So all these functions are there. So how can we quickly write something like this, like we do it in Smart Intelligence? Now we have something innovative selector sub, which can help us to build our own XPath and CSS selector. And in fact, with lots of learning, just in 5 seconds. Let me show you how we can quickly build the XPath for XPath or CSS selector for any element. Like this same element we have inspected, we were writing like here. You just open selector sub here and you see the magic. As soon as you start typing over here, you will get the auto suggest. You see that it is giving you everything. And there you go. How quickly we have built. This is like a smart editor, which auto suggests the value here. You see here, simply so quick we can build. Like without just by blinking your eyes you completed your XPath. We have completed. And if you notice here, it gives you all the like all possible combinations of text attributes. So now you here you can use your intelligence and you can see that which one you want, and it gives you the matching number of nodes here. So you need not to like hit and trial. Like here we were hit and trial, we were guessing, okay, this could be unique, that could be unique, keep on wasting our time, which is like doesn't make any sense. Wasting time just pressing enter, deleting some value, then checking, or like copying the value. What you what one will learn by copying the value from here? Nothing, just wasting time. So that time we can save here, and we will that time we can utilize to learn something else. So here you see that it gives the number of matching. Like with this function, it will there will be one matching node, this one, this with this one there will be 17, and it also tells you that with what it will give you 0. So if someone asks you, can we write XPath, like while writing this one, you must be getting so many ideas. Can we write this way, that this way? Like, can we use dot function? So it helps you in learning that no, with dot it will show 0 node. So that you will learn from here, and quickly you can build your XPath, and it will show here all the matching nodes here, and you see that it is highlighted over here, and when you hover on it, that dotted line will change to red line. You see, and if that element will be hidden somewhere, when you hover on this, it will put that element in the viewable area. So lot more smart things are there, like here. So as we were talking about, can we write the like these functions were there, then there are many functions. So let me explain one by one for you to understand what are the meaning of what kind of functions are there in XPath, and how can we write all the functions smartly. So for an example, if we have to write an XPath for this one forum element, then you see you just start typing over here, and now you want, suppose you want to make the XPath with title at the rate title. You just see it gives all the attribute functions, and here we build this one. So this is the one simple function, tag /tag name at the rate attribute name is equal to attribute value. Now you want with contains. So yes, you just start typing over here contains. We will with contains. So likewise, we have seen that text one contains text, then following siblings, preceding siblings. So because in real time, we all need to build the XPath with access, right? So when I'm saying access or following siblings or preceding siblings, ancestor, descendants, it's like we build an XPath with respect to some other element. So for an example, if you ask me this question that Sanjay, can we write the XPath for forum with respect to platform? So how to do that? Yes, we can write. So the concept will be here, and you will see that how quickly we can build the XPath without putting much effort, just in few seconds. So we need to write the XPath with for forum with respect to platform. So first we will have to write an XPath for platform. Then we will find a common parent for platform and forum. Then from that common parent, we will jump to forum. Now let me show you how quickly. The concept will be always same. First, we will write the XPath for platform, then we'll find the common parent for both, and then from the common parent, we will jump to forum. Let's see how quick and simple way we can write. Inspect this platform, start typing here. This platform we have written. Now here you check under which parent both the elements come. So under this UL, this both the elements are coming, right? So you just start typing here ancestor. You see that it gives everything. Now we got the common parent. You see it is highlighted as well. It highlights over here. Now we want to write for forum. You just inspect forum and here start typing and there you go. So we have written XPath for forum with respect to platform. Now, if you ask me the question that you want to write XPath for docs with respect to platform, you just change here forum to docs, and there you see it is highlighted. So this is so quick, and we can build the XPath for with respect to other element and with access and all. So this is really quick and really useful, really simple. Like you want to write an XPath for here. With some more element as well, like you want to add more than one element. So here you see start typing, and then if you're building any XPath here like this, let's say free sign up, and you want to add and condition here, and at the rate you just type and it will give you other options as well. So you can and condition or condition. If suppose some element you inspected and you're not able to find the unique XPath for that, so there's an option. You also get some option. You can also build XPath with this indexes as well. So you see here, let me just inspect some element over here. Let's say test project Twitter account we have inspected over here. This one, Twitter icon we have inspected. So when you type here like this, so this is 10 matching node. Now you want to make it unique and you are not able to find any good attribute over here. So what you do, you put your cursor in the beginning, open parenthesis, and you see it gives you XPath with indexes. Though it is less suggested that you should use index, but in some cases where every attribute is dynamic, element is dynamic, everything is dynamic, in that case you can use the indexes. So you learned about all these indexes and all following and all the functions. And there is position as well, like normalize spaces as well. Normalize space function. I'm not sure if you have ever heard about it or you used it. So normalize space is really useful in those cases where you see that here, when we were typing, you see that there was a lot of junk space. So normalize space function, what it does, it used to trim the value and make it unique. I mean, trim the value and then it ignore that space and try to match with the string. So here you see that normalized space is directly equaling this one selectors of value and uh, ignoring the space. So this is really useful function. So that all you will learn from here from the selectors hub, and you will get that. And if you're now smart enough to like build your own XPath and you know everything, so there is an amazing feature. You just turn it on. It gives you all possible selectors for the inspected element. You see, it gives the relative CSS selector, which is so small. Relative XPath, relative CSS selectors, relative XPath, JS path, partial link text. So whatever possible selectors will be there for the inspected element, it will give you every single thing over here. And this is so incredible. You just keep inspecting here and you will see. And if you compare the value what you get from selectors hub here, and if you copy same XPath or CSS same XPath you copy from Chrome Dev Tools, you will see the huge difference, like the XPath which this gives, the XPath which you got from selectors hub. You see such a good XPath you got, robust. And if you copy the CSS selectors as well, you will always find what selectors hub gives will always be too much optimized. You see that this CSS selector and this CSS selector. So this is really amazing. You just inspect any element over here, you will see that what XPath, amazing XPath, all the selectors, possible selectors. Here you will get just, and once you whatever settings you will kept, it will always open. So you need not to worry like next time when you will open, it will open with your UI or not. It will open with your UI, whatever you have set. So here it, now if you inspect any element, it you will get the XPath, CSS selectors, everything auto generated. And you, here is a tip, you can click anywhere here, like you just need not to click on copy icon, click anywhere to copy these values. And you need not to worry, this is absolutely free guys, no license, nothing is required. It is absolutely free for everyone. Selector sub, to use selector sub, this is absolutely free. Then CSS selector, so let's learn about CSS selector. How can we build a CSS selector? It is very easy with selector sub. If you have any element, you just, when you will start typing over here, you see that it is a smart intelligent that when you, whether you are building CSS selector or XPath, it will start automatically suggesting those options. So you see that now it's suggesting the CSS selector function, and it is showing here right on the right side, it is telling you that this is CSS options and number of occurrences, and these are the CSS selector functions. And this is how you can build. And if there will be class or id, you just put dot, it will give you with that. Now let me tell you that what all good functions which you might not have learned so far. So this we all know that class is means attribute value is equal to attribute attribute name is equal to attribute value. This we can build. Now what about other functions? Like you asked me that we want to build an XPath with ending value of attribute. So there is a dollar function. So you see that this selector sub will help you, and you will learn about that. A we type, then we open parenthesis dollar. So this dollar is for ending value, star is for contains value, cap is for starting value, starting matching value. So basically these are substring functions. So dollar ending value, cap starting value, star substring of attribute value basically contains. Now let me show you how these will work. So let's say you dollar you choose, and here it is matching one, but you want to remove because you just want to match with the end value. So here you see, if you want if like let's say you want starting values, you put cap over here like this. And if you remove the starting value, this one, say drop down, because this is the ending value. If you would have used here dollar, then it will give, right? Now let's put the initial value, and you put this one 0. You use cap, this will one matching node. So this is how we, and if you use a star, it will always match because that's a contains. So we learned these functions, and all these functions are suggested by selectors of. So you will learn though about them. And if you want to learn more, there's a icon over here. You just click on this, it will take you to the page. I have already mentioned all the like XPath function, XPath and CSS selector error handling functions. So you will learn all about them. And in fact, Pratap has also added a lot of video tutorial, really good tutorials on XPath and different XPath functions in his YouTube channel. So you can go and check out all of them. Amazing, wonderful tutorials on that. And then, like if you want to look for, if you're looking for, let's say you want to build those CSS selectors and you are looking for child or adjacent uh, selectors of adjacent tags for the element. So you will see that it gives you that this is the this is the adjacent A and adjacent element of that. So all those you would be able to learn. If there will be any child or something in for an element, you just put arrow icon, it will give you what all childs over here. So every single thing you would be able to learn from here and get it really fast. So we learn about XPath, we learn about CSS selector, we learn about how can we quickly get all those options from here. There are a lot more functions in selector sub, like you getting here that this is giving with ID. but it is generating with ID, and it's showing you that this ID looks like dynamic because you see that menu item 2311, it is there. So this looks dynamic and it is dynamic value. So you doesn't want to generate with ID. What you do? You uncheck this, it will generate without ID. Still, it is suggesting you that this looks like dynamic, so you can uncheck the class. So it will generate XPath without class as well. So this is how you can generate XPath for any element with whatever attribute you want. Then if you want to generate XPath with any of your attribute, what you want, so what you can do, like you can pass that attribute value here in the attribute name box. For an example, here, if you want to generate an XPath with an element, so let's say here you want to generate XPath with some element, let's say uh, by default it will be blank over here. So you just enter, it is generating with ID, but you say that no, I want to generate with item scope attribute. So you just pass here item scope, press enter. Now it will generate with item scope. Now you keep inspecting. If item scope will be there, it will generate with item scope only. With this, you get the XPath value and you can copy it here in your let's say smart editor, IntelliJ, or wherever you are writing your automation script. But still you have to write the driver.find element command, something like this. You must be using some you might be using some other command in your framework that could be possible, and then by.xpath like this, and here you will paste this value, right? So still we have to type this much command, right? What if we get this complete command itself from the selector? So yes, we can get it. What you have to do, you copy this command. There is a set driver command here, put it there, put that command wherever you have written XPath in your command, replace that with XPath value and press enter. You see, we got the command XPath with the command. Now you just click copy and come here and put it here. Amazingly, we have done it. Now you just keep inspecting and keep generating your step from here. Come, paste. You just inspect here, or you just put a, like click on in any of the dom name and click copy, come here, paste. That's all. Now you here add your click or send keys, whatever you want. So simple, so quickly you can build your write your automation script with the help of selectors of. And at any point, this command could be anything. This is not like it just supports Selenium or any of the automation API. It supports all the languages, all the automation API. Your command could be anything. Like it could be anything. You just press enter, it comes with that. Just replace XPath with XPath value in your command, and it will understand, and it will give you. At any point of time you want to turn off this one, you turn off. It gives simple one. You can customize the UI, whatever way you want to see, you see. Is simple. And like if you want to keep in whatever mode you will keep, it will always save your setting in local. Like you need not to, you must be thinking, yeah, that we will have to type that command every time. No, if once command is set, that command will always be there. You close, you open it again, you will find that it will open with your own command. You see, it is coming up with that. If you want to turn off, turn off. So you need not to set every time that command. It will be saved in the local history of selectors. So you see, we have learned about how to write XPath, how to write CSS selector quickly. Now let me make you understand like misconception with Chrome DevTools. We all heard that we should write our own XPath. Yes, exactly. Even I would say that we should build our own XPath. But at the same time, we should learn how to write, what is the right way of writing our own XPath. Because we always blindly say that we should write our own XPath, own XPath. Yes, we should write own XPath. But what is the right way? When we are saying we should write our own XPath, basically we are saying that we should write our own XPath here in DevTools. And like this way, /a, we should write. But we never understand, we never learn that what wrong things we are doing by doing this way, by doing /a. Suppose if I ask you a question that how many links on this page on test project website, what you will do, you will do /a here, there are 130. But do you know that there are not 130 links on this page? This is not just matching the X path, it is also matching wherever that string is there, double forward slash A. You see that double forward slash A is here. That is why it is also matching this one. While this is not a link, this is not an anchor tag, it's not an X path matching. It is a double forward slash A is matching. This string is matching. So there are not 130 links. This is wrong verification of X path. This not as per our expectation. So this is a wrong way, complete wrong way of writing our own XPath, which we have learned till date. You see, so wherever it will find that double forward slash A, it will keep on matching with that. So that is not a link. Likewise, if anything you verify over here, but if you see that you really want to verify, you just type double forward slash A here, press enter. There are 122 links. Now it is highlighted over here, and you see all the matching nodes it shows here, all the links. So you can find them like 122, 122. So this DOM is not made just to verify XPath and CSS Selector. It is also based on search functionality. So wherever it will match your string, it will show them. While selector sub is just for verifying XPath and CSS Selector. So, and in fact, like you see that if you type just let's say CSS Selector written, you see, are there 3000 links on this page? No, wherever it will match the string, it will show everything. You see that A, while here you type CSS Selector A, it will clearly shows there are 122 links on this page. Another misconception we have learned, like you see, if you copyright, let's say you inspect this element, and here you see that this element, for a second, let's keep turn off selectors up. This one. Now you right click, copy XPath. Let me paste it here. You see it is showing 0 of 0. Do you know that this is a wrong pattern of XPath for writing as this is a wrong pattern of XPath for SVG element. We cannot we cannot write the standard format of XPath for SVG element. This is wrong. We will have to SVG elements has different pattern of XPath. Let's open selectors up and learn the right thing. Because Chrome DevTools doesn't support SVG elements XPath. You see, if you paste that same XPath over here in Chrome selectors up, you will learn something. Invalid XPath, invalid SVG XPath format. And what is the correct format in that case? You see, it has already generated the correct XPath. And if you want to build your own XPath, you just start typing. It gives you the correct format of XPath for SVG element. This is the right format of writing. We cannot write double forward slash SVG for SVG element XPath. We have to write like this way. And if it is SVG child, then we will have to write this way. This is the right pattern. And you got those XPath and everything here for those element, inspected element. So this is the way we learn. Then if we talk about the like one more thing, let me show you what misconception we have learned. And in fact, like I did a survey recently on LinkedIn and Twitter, almost like 85% people has given the wrong answer, like what they have learned till date because of these misconceptions. I asked like people how many links on this page. Yes, answer came like this way. Ask about SVG, answer again came like this is a correct XPath. And one more thing, let me show you. If you inspect this element, I have inspected this search box element. Now we have to write an XPath for this one. Let me just copy this from here. Copy XPath. And for you all, this XPath looks right? This is correct XPath, it looks like. But it is showing 0 of 0. What is the region? Can anyone like identify immediately with the naked eyes? It is really tough. Someone who is the beginner to get to know that why it is showing 0 of 0. Region, it is inside the shadow root, inside this shadow root. So the one who is not expert, it is really hard to identify whether this element is inside shadow root or not. And okay, so we got to know that this is inside shadow root, but Why it is showing XPath 00? Because shadow root element doesn't support XPath, or XPath doesn't support shadow root, you can say. So we have the only option left with the CSS selectors. We can write only CSS selector for shadow DOM element. So right click, copy selector. Now that put state is 0 because Chrome DevTools doesn't support shadow DOM elements. This is a like here Chrome DevTools doesn't support. Then what is the option, and what is this, like what people were doing? You must be thinking then how people were verifying till date. Believe me guys, till date till date there was no solution. There was nothing to verify selectors for shadow DOM element, for such elements. Everybody, people were hit and trial, like they were writing automation script. There is a way to write automation script for shadow DOM elements. They were writing, they were hit and try, like okay, this could work, let me use this one in a script. They execute the script, if the script got passed then fine. If it failed, then they again hit and try some other selector. This is the easy one. Imagine like if you have to write the relative CSS selector. In that case, it like whole days, sometimes people used to waste whole day to just write few one test case to uh, for shadow DOM elements. So this was really time wasting, but not anymore. Anyways, now you just open selectors up. Selectors up will give you all the information and everything. You see relative CSS selector for the element. It also gives you the information that this element is inside shadow DOM. For such elements, XPath won't support, and every possible thing. And if you write here, let's say double forward slash s input, if you have written this, that it will tell you that invalid CSS selector, XPath doesn't support shadow DOM. So you learned that. And if you type that hashtag ID, it will give you. You are able to verify CSS selector and selector. Believe me, like selector sub is the only innovation, only solution which helps you to write and verify XPath for selectors for shadow DOM elements, and it supports SVG as well. So you have seen that how you can write the selectors for shadow DOM. SVG element supports. So yes, it supports SVG. You have seen that how we can write the SVG elements XPath. Then it supports iframe and frame as well. So you must be having the questions that how can we does it supports iframe or not? So if any element is inside iframe, so it will give you that iframe as well. So you see that this element is inside iframe. It is giving you the information, the inspected element, this one. Amazing thing, really good thing is that it gives you that, because again, this is a tough thing. Like if we would be writing XPath here, you'll be writing XPath using a script will fail. Then you will see why the script is failing. After some time, you will get to know that this element is inside iframe. But here you immediately got to know that this is inside iframe. This is the iframe XPath. It gives you the iframe XPath as well, like this XPath, as well as the XPath for the element which you inspected. So you got both the things. Now you need not to do any, you need not to worry. Just turn on this command as well. You this driver.find element, you just quickly copy this one, go to your IntelliJ, switch to your iframe, and then copy this XPath command and click on this. So simple, so fast, you can build your script and do whatever you want. This is so amazing. And here you can verify your XPath inside iframe as well. So this supports iframe, frame as well, and saves a huge amount of time. This is really this is my most favorite feature in Selectors Hub, because while debugging we waste a huge amount of time. Who can tell me what's wrong in my selector? What happens, like let me tell you what used to happen, like in reality. Like here we were writing XPath for these elements. Like if some element we have inspected or we have written some XPath, let's say this XPath we have written, and to edit any value, this is a trick. You click on it, it will copy and paste here. So like this we have written XPath, okay, this one matching node. If we copy this value and we are debugging our script, and by chance while copying the value, if we miss something in our because it happened many a times that we miss some value while copying. So if you copy that value and it is 0 of 0 showing. Now in such a long XPath, is it easy to identify what's missing? Most of the time we don't identify what's missing. We start writing another XPath while debugging this script. That okay, this XPath got changed, so we'll have to write another XPath. But no, there's while copying the value, we miss something. That is the reason it is showing 0 0. But with naked eyes, it is tough to identify what small things is missing, comma, semicolon, square bracket, or what. You just paste that value over here. It will tell you what is missing. Close square bracket is missing. Okay, let me see where it is missing. At the end, okay, now it is fine. If anything got missed in your XPath or CSS Selector, it will tell you that single quote is missing. Okay, let me fix this. If you do anything wrong over here, like you start typing div like this, it will tell you after square bracket and forward slash what is allowed, what is not allowed. If you do anything wrong, it will tell you what you are doing wrong. So this is really helpful, isn't it? It saves a huge amount of time while debugging. And if you're a beginner or you just started learning about it, so you would be learn a lot about selectors and DOM. You will get to know that this what is the features of this element which you have inspected, whether this is inside iframe, svg, shadow DOM, whatever it is. You will learn everything, and you will get all possible selectors for that inspected element. It gives you the information whether this is dynamic, static, or what. So very helpful. Security, it is most secure plugin. It doesn't save any user data. It doesn't have any uh, cloud or server, so it runs only on your local. So whatever you see, that will be in your local, so most safe. Does it slow down your browser? Not at all. I would request you all guys, if you like this and if you feel that it will save your time, your team time, please do share it. Write post, blogs, articles. If you have anything, please share Selectors Hub as much as possible so that others can get help from it and they can learn from here, from Selectors Hub. And this is the new reality. Recently in July 29, I have launched this. So just been 2-3 months. I'm working on this project full time. My name is Sanjay Kumar. I'm the creator of chropath and this tool Selectors Hub. Stopped working on chropath, so you might have heard about chropath. So in that you will not get any update from my side. Here this Selectors Hub, this is a new reality. This is absolutely free, no license is required. I'm working on this full time, freely. And if you feel that this is going to help you, be a patron. And even if you can get me a coffee per month, that will be more than enough for me to get my bread and butter. Here are some of the selectors of achievement being used in more than 100 countries. Number one CSS selectors in all the browser store as per users review. It appears in engineers profile in LinkedIn. Got more than 5,000 downloads just in a month. Engineers calls it lifesaver. Trainers at Udemy, YouTube, and in different platforms are suggesting selectors of and teaching on it. Huge thanks to all the selectors of sponsors and Patron, Test Project, CPSAT. Now you must be wondering about how to install Selectors Hub. It's very easy, single click installation. Just go to selectorshub.com, click on any of the download button for whichever browser. So here on selectorshub.com, for whichever browser you want, like Chrome you want, Firefox, Edge, Opera. So whichever you want, you just click on that. It will take you to that browser. And here, if you haven't added, so you can just add. Here, let me just remove and then add it again to show you guys. Come here, click on add extension. And you see after adding here, you will find that it will not show here. So this is a Chrome feature that if you want it on toolbar, you will have to pin it to toolbar. By default, Chrome doesn't show all the extension now here. Now you see here there are like some suggestion here. After adding it to your browser, I would suggest you either you restart your browser or you just refresh the existing open tab to make it work perfectly. Now you just open here, click on inspect, and you must be worried. Don't get worried. Like when you open DevTools, you will not find selectors of here. It will be the last tab here in the right side. Okay, left side you will see the DOM. On the right side you will see here there is an arrow icon. Click on this. Selectors will be here. or you just expand this one to see. And don't worry, there you will always find here the video tutorial. So I would really request you to watch this video tutorial, detailed video tutorial, to make the best use of selector sub. I might have not covered all the features in this small session. As much as you will explore selector sub, you will fall in love with it and you will learn a lot about. And believe me, like just in one day you will become a master on Xpath and selectors. If you need any help or any support from me on Selectors Hub, please do check out these footer links. All the links are there. There's a selector Slack channel here. So if you see that in Selectors Hub, there's a you can join me on Slack, Selectors Hub Slack channel. So if you have any query related to like anything, you can reach out to me. You can check out the frequently asked question. Any feature request, you can raise it on GitHub. And I would really recommend and request you, is my humble request, please add rating for selector sub and motivate me. This is a motivation for me to work more hard for you guys to add more feature, whatever you suggest or whatever I feel that there should be. So I'm working full time on it. So please do share and write the review. It will hardly take 2-3 seconds for you to give a rating here. If you feel that this helps you, you can donate me. If you're in India, you can donate through Paytm, Google Pay, or if you're outside India, you can donate through PayPal here. Do join the Telegram group, LinkedIn group, Facebook group of Selectors Hub to learn more about these things people are discussing. And yep, please check out these things. Then people ask like, what is more there? Yes, still there is something more. If you doesn't want to open Selectors Hub tab or Chrome DevTools or any browser DevTools, you just right click on the element and there is an option you will get to copy direct from there. This is really amazing. Like you doesn't want to open this one, right? You just right click and copy relative expert direct from there. You see, we have copied this one. Let me show you here. You just paste it over here and you see this one like this. And this feature is really helpful, copy relative expert. You see the docs one. And this right click menu option, you see that you are getting only one option right now. This is customizable. Like you want to get more option, this also is customizable. Click on this toolbar icon. Here you can select this relative CSS selector JS path, whatever you want, that you can choose from here. So it will now right click, you will get the CSS selector option as well. If you want to keep it off, you can keep it off as well. Like you can turn off this context menu. So this is really helpful, really amazing. And it is when it is more important, more useful, when you want to write an XPath for drop down values, because these drop down value, you see that we cannot inspect them. We cannot write easily XPath for them, right? Like see, we are not able to inspect those drop down values. So how to write XPath for them? So here is a good way. You just right click, copy related XPath. So this is really good. You see that that element is not visible. We are not. Now, if you hover on this, you will see that that element is highlighted here. Still, we can write the XPath for these elements because we can right click and inspect them. And we find them in the DOM. So this is the element, this is in the DOM. But it becomes really hard when you can't inspect that element and it immediately disappear from the DOM. For an example, let's say here mobile accessories, you right click on inspect, you see that that is not coming in DOM. So these are the invisible element basically, which immediately disappear from the DOM as soon as your drop down closed. So how to write? This is really challenging. So in that case, this is the only solution. Like you just copy and simply, there you go. So here, this is the only way, like, let me just refresh the Flipkart because after adding, we haven't restarted the browser. So here, this is the only way that you can get the XPath for these values. And you see that mobile accessories we got, or if you do, let me open here. But here, if you will verify, this will show 0 of 0. But when you will hover on it, and then if you press enter, then it will show one matching node, you see. But as soon as I will remove my cursor from here, that DOM value gone. So this is really helpful, really useful in these cases when there are invisible elements. So This is the only solution in those scenarios. Really helpful, really useful, saves a huge amount of time. With that, thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. And huge thanks to Pratap for giving me this opportunity and helping you guys to, for you, he arranged this session. And this is really helpful. Thank you so much, Pratap. Great thanks to Rehan's QA Academy. You can reach out to me, follow me on this platform, and feel free to ask any of the question if you have. Over to you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Sanjay. Thanks for the great session. So my request to all is like when you start learning your CSS or XPath, right? So just start learn by your own, and then take the help of the selectors hub and see the matching, like so where you're lagging out. So what is the problem that you're facing? So this innovation tool is going to help you to provide the smart solutions, right? So take a note and just check it out. Like what is the mistake you made? So like what Sanjay said at the last, you can become a master in that, right? So first habituate to use the tool, guys, and start exploring that. So he has provided a support group also, right? If you have any doubts, just go and raise to him, right? You can. He's ready to help you out in any way. And second thing is, right, so make socialize the people to go and use this tool in your projects also. So right, I believe like most of the companies they may not, right? So just try to educate them and try to show the wow factors of this tool as whatever Sanjay has been showed so far, right? Just try to explain them, right? So nothing offense in that because it already completely secured one, right? We can able to the tool will get easily approved. So right, as a QA, you want to if you're doing an in-sprint automation or you want to complete your task on time, we QA, right, we wish to invest most of the time in identifying the elements. Right, this selector sub is going to replace your effort in a smart time. You can able to complete your task that time whatever you have been estimated. Okay. So thanks, Sanjay. That was a great session, really. Right. I'll appreciate your efforts and I'll ask my students to go and subscribe with that and make you follow.
Thank you so much. It is great, Pratap. Yeah. I must request again that guys, please add your review here. That's some motivation for me and awareness for the people to know about this amazing tool.
Yes, you can raise out your questions. Like he's ready to answer your questions. Like if you have any questions.
Yep. Uh, sure. Yeah, Pratap, I guess I have explained them that how can we install it. Like if you go on Firefox as well, so you can install in Firefox as well, and it is the same functionality on all the browsers. So like if you open Firefox, go to selectorsub.com. Let me put this link over here in chat as well. Only host can. Okay, Pratap, can you just send this selectorsub.com link on the chat so everybody will get it? I'm not able to type in chat. Or
Yeah,
maybe like you can allow others to type so that they can ask their question if they have. And here you open on Firefox. So I must be having already installed. Okay, so let me just remove it and add it again. So here you see that I have on Firefox also, just a single click installation on all the browsers. Click on add, it is added. Okay, it is asking to refresh the tab and watch the video tutorial. So here you like open any website, say google.com, and right click, inspect, and here you will find the selector sub tab. So you can see that it's with the same functionality what you found in Chrome DevTools in any browser, Edge browser as well, Opera as well. So on all the browsers it is available with a similar functionality.
so like Sanjay, I have one more question. Like, what make you
Sure.
to do go and develop this tool, man? Like because you're having a very good job, right? So one like you
Yes.
among yeah. If I were you like you, right? So I couldn't take this kind of decision, man. Like giving up a job, starting your hub, like. So what make you to take this decision? Then? And what is the
Yes.
thought-provoking factor, like which make you to go and strike to develop this tool?
Yes, definitely, Pratap. So it is always like some or other situation, good or bad, whatever. Something happened in life, and then it comes out. So something happened. Like I'm I'm not sure like if how many of you know that I'm the chropath creator and I work on this. uh, so due to some circumstances I had to leave that, and then I thought like it was always criticized like that we should not use any expert tool. Then I always keep on thinking that what is the reason. Even I myself used to say yes, you should not use an tool to get copy XPath until unless you are not an expert on that to save time. So then I thought like we have like we people are wasting almost like 80% of time writing XPath this way in Chrome DevTools, where we have to like what we are doing, we are just copying attribute values from the DevTools, right? Can't we have something like smart intelligence? So that was always hitting in my mind, that which auto suggests the attribute values which where we can write smartly. So that is the one idea came in my mind. Yes, we can do this way. And about leaving the job, I always was kind of a person who always keep on thinking to build free solution, free product for the community. So that was the reason that okay, I will give up my job, I will build something for the community, and if I will work hard for them, they will definitely support me. So even if like 1% people will start giving me a coffee per month, like $1, $2, I would be more than happy, be able to survive, and will be able to run this product free forever for them, and will build more solution. So that was the like uh, I mean, my motivation, and community was supporting a lot. Everybody supported a lot, and in fact, like today there are 6,000 users. Even like 1% become patron of selectors of that will be more than enough to earn bread and butter for me. Though there are just 16 patron, so really thankful to them, and will get more. So the motivation to give up the job was my own passion to work on free product for the community. uh, Idea about selectors hub, I got it from like from this statement from everybody that we should not use expert tool. Then I figure out like what wrong things we have learned. In fact, like in many interview I found like people are just getting failed because this is a very sad question. I'm sure like you know that how many links on this page. Tell me, write the get all the links from this page, find out the broken links on this page, and people always does like double/a. And I found them, many people I found in my companies, in my previous companies, getting failed just because they have given this answer that okay, there are 81 links, 130 links, just by double/a, and then this one. So we all learned wrong things. And then there were like a lot of things which were not possible. So yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Sanjay. Thanks for that. Guys, I recommend you
Yeah.
like please start supporting people like these guys, right? So their efforts will not be in the limelight, right? It's our duty to bring out all their efforts. So if you have any questions or queries, right, just start writing to Sanjay on his email, that he can respond at right least.
Yeah,
Okay.
anytime.
So if you don't have anything, right, we can wrap up the session then, Sanjay. Thanks, really, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Pratap, excuse me, how can we get this recording?
Yeah, I'll be
Oh,
uploading in my playlist. Yeah, yeah, I'll
have
upload in
you
my playlist.
started recording, Pratap?
Yeah, yeah, it is recording.
Oh, thank God. Because I made you
Yeah, yeah.
host in the beginning, and then I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll upload in my playlist, my YouTube. You can be able to go and search on my YouTube playlist.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thanks, Pratap.
Yeah, thanks, Sanjay. Thanks all. Thanks for joining
Thank
and
you.
making this session really interactive. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
Thank you,
thank,
everyone. Thank you, Pratap.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
thank you,
Thank you,
thank you.
Sanjay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.